Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining with us. All right, I have Mike Lee. He is the founder of Soul CBD on the show with me today. Mike, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
All right, Mike, give our audience some background on you. I want to hear about your 21-0 ranked third in the world with the World Boxing Organization, and how you got into that business, and then what we're doing with Soul CBD.
Yeah, absolutely. So first and foremost, I'm a professional boxer. I'm 21-1 actually. I just fought for a world title at the MGM Grand in front of millions of people. And although I got handed my first loss, it was a dream come true to fight for a world title and really do it on such a big stage, ultimately the biggest stage in boxing in front of millions on TV and thousands in attendance. But my entire career, I got signed right out of college by Top Rank and made it a lot farther than people expected. I got to 10-0, 20-0 in this last world title fight. But I co-founded Soul CBD with my sister about 15 months ago as I was dealing with a lot of pain, anxiety, a lot of issues that most professional athletes deal with. And instead of just turning to prescription medication and pain pills, which I had in the past, that's when I discovered CBD. So really, this business came out of just the love that I had for CBD and me kind of spreading that message and helping others get out of pain as well, not just professional athletes. And here we are 15 months later, it's taken off. We've helped thousands of people with pain, anxiety, sleep. So it's been a blessing for me and a beautiful, beautiful ride.
How has being a professional boxer helped you as an entrepreneur?
Man, there's so many analogies that boxing brings into the game of being an entrepreneur. First and foremost, the one thing that boxing has taught me is that failure is not getting knocked down, but refusing to get back up. And I've literally and figuratively gotten punched in the face, right? I've gotten knocked down in front of thousands of people. I've had fights in the past that I got knocked down, hit so hard that you can't even feel your legs. And that moment is incredible. For you to have the mental fortitude to stay calm and to get back up and to win that fight, that's something you only experience, you only know what you truly have until it happens. And so just like entrepreneurship, as well as boxing, there's so many times that the highs are high and the lows are low, and you get knocked down, you get punched in the face. So that is the one thing through starting a business and multiple businesses that boxing has taught me is really grit. And learning that when you get knocked down 7 times, you get back up 8. And that ideology has been instilled in me since I was 8 years old and first put boxing gloves on. And I know it's made me a successful entrepreneur as a result.
So you have taken the professional athlete mentality and put it into the business sense. Talk to us about being able to take not just getting knocked down and get back up, but there's a certain mindset that you develop that brings you into a successful arena outside of the ring into the street of business. Bring that mindset out that other people who want to follow in your footsteps can get some words of wisdom from you on.
Absolutely. I mean, I think your mindset on things is by far the biggest differentiating factor there is. And even for me as a professional athlete, I've been around some of the world's greatest athletes. I have buddies that have won Super Bowl championships. All of us are physically talented. What I've seen as separation is that mindset and from staying positive. So, for instance, I visualize every single fight of my career. I literally will go through a visualization process where I think of what the fight looks like, what it smells like, what the blood and sweat will taste like, so that when I step in the ring, I felt like I've already been there hundreds of times. And having that positive mental mindset around that visualization of what do I want to accomplish, right? So for me, the moment I turned pro, I knew I wanted to fight for a world title, win a world title. And I think the mindset of that, of understanding what your end goal is in business and working backwards, and most importantly, staying positive during those times you get knocked down, is huge. And I've instilled in that in our company culture as well, because it's not about the cards you get dealt, but rather how you played them, so to speak, right? And so I want teammates. I want the people surrounding me that know that it's a positivity mindset. When you get knocked down, stay positive, and let's not get down, but let's think of how can we turn this into an opportunity, right? Because there's so many times in business and life you feel like you're in this pain, whether it's literally a physical pain of getting knocked down, or a deal doesn't go through. And how can you turn that into an opportunity? And so that's the kind of mindset that I try to instill for anybody that we bring on the team.
Let's talk about your business and where people can get the CBD that's going to help them with sleep and pain, stress, and what you plan on doing with the business going forward.
Absolutely. So our website is mysoulcbd.com. We have the highest quality, purest ingredients. We only source from like rich, fertile farms in Kentucky. And that was really important for me too, being a professional athlete. I mean, I get drug tested constantly. So one of the biggest confusions or worries that people have is there THC in this product? And for us, we decided to go 0 THC across the board. And, if a professional athlete trusts it and understands all the ingredients going into his body, then everybody should trust it. And too often in the cannabis world, you just don't see that transparency. You just don't see that level of trust. So that's what my sister and I are really trying to sell and promote, is let people know that we decided not to cut margins, but we decided to really give and offer our audience the highest quality CBD products extracted in the most efficient, highest quality way. So with that being said, mysoulcbd.com, it's an e-commerce site. We ship directly to all 50 states. And like I said earlier, man, we've helped thousands of people with having trouble sleeping or having trouble with anxiety or pain, you name it. We've helped so many people all across the board, young, old, men, women. And that's been a really beautiful thing. Where I see us taking the business is the majority of our business right now has been a direct consumer, which has been phenomenal. We've been able to have touch points with our audience and hear about testimonials and really get that one-on-one feeling with people because of social media and because of my sister Angie and my built-in community and audience. But when I look at 2020, I really see us growing into the next stage by getting into some target retail accounts, specific accounts that really cater to our high-end premium CBD brand that we've created.
Brilliant. Mike, is there anything else you want to bring out to the audience before we close out? It seems like we've covered just about everything we can with you today.
Yeah, I think in general, I want to encourage people to keep open minds. I think often the world of cannabis is taboo, and often, people don't quite understand what's going on with CBD versus THC. So I tell people to educate themselves and really understand that even though the government in the past has made this kind of demonizing thing, that it's an all-natural plant. And me, myself, at my lowest point, was on 8 different medications. It wasn't the answer for me when I was in so much pain as an athlete. So I turned to all-natural solutions. So whether you go with CBD or a different all-natural remedy, I know that there's millions of people who are sick and dealing with chronic pain. And I want to show them that there's hope in answers outside of Western medicine, answers outside of these prescription medications that are hurting us. So that's really what my message is. And I implore people to really educate themselves, because there's a way to be pain-free and not be relying on prescription drugs. So that's about it.
Well put. Well put. Stick around after the interview. I have an introduction for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, and thank you for being our guest. You've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Don't forget to download our new app on iOS and Android, CEO Money. Thanks for watching.